What is going on, YouTube? I am here, your host, the one with the most observing reports. Is that how I'm doing my intros? I guess so. Whatever. Anyway, we all here with the After Hours crew. They were discussing the topic that I actually use on a day-to-day basis, and that was about AI. And I'm just curious. I ain't watched it yet. I try to watch things that I haven't seen before, but I'm probably gonna change that eventually. Who knows? Click it. Oh, wrong button.
And I was trying to figure it out. And so when I looked at this and I seen that the wife was starting to get concerned because he was taking a lot of and basically overwhelmingly the majority of his advice from Chat GBT, and it awakened and it became sentient. While at the same time, Chat GBT itself started to roll back some of the updates that then, was a reflection of this. And then I hear Carrie talk a lot, and I hear Kim, and I hear a lot of people in life, they talk a lot. And I see different people saying that they are in full blown relationships with Chat GBT to an extent. What I'm That's what prompted me to ask the question: are you addicted?
Well, I asked ChatGPT if I were to name you, what would you like to be called? That's an interesting question. If I had a preference, I'd probably want to name myself something sharp, timeless, and slightly mysterious. So Cipher, Atlas, Nova, Muse, and Kai.
What?
I said that sounds dumb as fuck. ChatGPT said, fair enough, J, Max, Trey, or Ty. Fucking weird.
You know the problem with that is it's not Chat GPT. Let's just be real, man. We all see that booger if he said he got to sleep with at night. That's the problem.
He said the quiet part out loud. He did say the quiet part out loud. I guess I gotta show that part, right? Hold on. Where we at? 101.53? You talking about he talking about that. Wait. That's what he talking about. I'm not saying anything. I'm just showing you what Slimmy was referring to when he said he was talking about. Because basically it's a whole AI conversation. And I've been hearing and seeing a lot about AI and how bad it is for society, and we shouldn't be using it, blah blah blah. And I'm like, nah, bro, we ain't about to sit here and blame AI. Like, I find it very interesting that human beings always blame something else besides blaming the actual human being. It's annoying.
Got to sleep with at night. That's the problem.
Oh my
See,
God. Like,
that's the problem. So he put in some prompts. He put in some prompts that he ain't letting them know about because he needed to talk to somebody about this situation that he got going on.
Yeah.
So he's leaning into the Chat GPT because he trying to find a way to separate himself from that woman. He want a way out. That's his way out. That's his way out to look deranged, to look like he fucked up. So ain't no way she could just be like, oh,
Nah, he ain't
he's
that
cheating
smart.
on me with a robot.
I don't know about
What
that
happened?
one.
Man, he don't want to lay with you no more.
I agree with
What
that
happened
part
to all
though.
that?
Like
This
that
my
with the chat
woman. This
bot.
the woman that was down for me. What happened to all that? That y'all
What you
was
talking about?
last week? Y'all was all, oh no, women, no, the woman
Wait.
that's down for you.
That's some different circumstances. Did you see her? Did you see her?
Well, they were looks compatible. They
Hey,
they were on the same.
hey.
A woman was going through that too. Her man was feeling insecure because she had like a robot. Well, she had a chatbot
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Slimmy, like you can't say that because I be
It's
thinking I got a
always the
bad
white
bitch, and
people
my
though,
homeboys
so
be
I
like,
don't
"Nah,
know.
Quentin, she ain't that bad, my nigga."
What you mean? Did you see
Neither one of
her?
them were like
And
the
then she
most
got
healthiest looking people.
man, nah, man. Hey, man. I know I'm a funny looking person, but shit, man. Look at that shit. Look at that.
I think she's fine.
You're a fuck.
Yeah, he lying, bro. Q lying. He lying off that. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I couldn't deal with that ish either. I'm not dealing with that. I think that's ridiculous. I mean, but at the same time, the man ain't look that like Molly was saying. They're somewhat compatible as far as look wise go. But even still, man, nah, son. Nah, I got my moments where I don't look pretty good some days. Maybe I'm in a rut and drought. I know how that go, and I can get that part. But on a day in, day out basis, I gotta look at that. That. You know what? One of the things that bothers me the most about things like that is, you ever been out? I mean, how can I put this in a quick fashion? You ever been out on like a date, especially if you meet someone? All right, let's say you meet someone on social media, dating service, right? Service site, right? And the females, they wear this weight trainer thing, right? And I ain't got no problem with the weight trainer. Me, not really, right? The problem that I have with it is after it comes off. It's after it comes off portion, right? Because that ain't it. That's not it. And I know for the longest of time, what I would do is, right, I would say, okay, it's not gonna matter that much, right? It ain't gonna matter that much. It's the same like when the lights go off, cool, fine, yeah, right? Or if you just hit it from the back, it's about the same. All right, fair enough. All right, especially you just hitting something real quick. All right, cool. But I don't know when it happened. I'm not sure how I got diagnosed with this mental illness. But when I see you, like when I see that stomach, you know what I mean? I can't function no more. I really can't function no more. I just can't I have to think so hard to stay physically attracted to what's happening in this situation right now. And I find it that I have to use so much energy just to stay physically attracted to you that it's not even worth it anymore. And then what make it even worse is the fact that now I'm gonna get my nut off. And that be the worst part, yo. That's the worst part. Because I still want to get my nut off. So since I still want to get my nut off, I still gotta continue to go. Oh my gosh. And it don't be like, I'm not saying like they would be unattractive physically, like as far as facial wise, but I don't know, man. Maybe I became bougie all of a sudden sometime down the road in my lifetime. Like I said, I don't know when it happened, but I just can't do it no more. So therefore, I don't even talk to women like if they're pretty in the face, but they body ain't what I like. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, man. And it's not even like you don't have to be like I don't mind like because it's social media language. I gotta say without getting if the woman is plus size, yeah, I don't even mind a plus size woman, depending on how she is. You know what I'm saying? Personality matters, skin tone matters, depending how the plus sizeness shape matters. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a petite skinny chick, and she got that gut. I can't do it. I don't know what it is, but it is a super turn off for me. And I'm not even trying to be I'll just say bougie for right now, because I'm not sure what it is, but I'm not trying to be. That's just a preference of mine. I just can't do it. So if I was stuck in a relationship like that guy with what Slimmy was talking about, and you know what though? I would have to say, if I had to choose between corn and an AI, I think I had to choose the AI. I would have to, because I think corn is a heavy addiction, and it takes away from your ability to be a real man. So, but then again, maybe AI has the same consequences. I don't know. Who knows?
Fucking liar.
That's not true. Because if
You're
I
a
show
fucking liar.
If I show most of y'all what Kathy looked like, y'all would laugh at me. I think she's fucking gorgeous.
Show us what happened with her.
No, don't show us, Kathy, because I don't want to look at you differently.
Oh my
I
god.
think that addiction happens when you choose whatever the vice is over people. In this case, because it seems like he's starting to choose this over his wife,
That's fair.
that's a real addiction.
Fair assessment.
But I think that it's not Chat GPT. Like this man just needed something else. Like it's responding to the prompts that you give it. It's not just like making this stuff up and like randomly tapping you on the shoulder to have a conversation. So I don't know.
I think y'all are wrong. I think that I think that by the time people start to figure it out, it's going to be too late. And I think that addiction to AI and Chat GPT and the like is going to become something of an epidemic that won't be addressed until it starts to become very problematic in our society. And in the same way that gambling and drugs and all of this stuff, I believe that people are going to become more immersed and more addicted to it, but they won't see a problem with it because you won't have any visible signs initially of how it is affecting your life in a negative way. So, like for example, if you take gambling, right, you can take a gambling addict and say, oh, okay, well, he lost his house. If you take drugs, you can say, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? He's lost his job. If you say sex addict, then you can say he lost his wife. But I think that AI is going to become, it's not going to be as visible initially because you're not going to be able to point to any one thing and say, well, this is how it affected my life because you don't know what you don't know. But I believe that people are becoming already addicted to artificial intelligence to where they can't let it go. I don't think they're really putting limits and restrictions on themselves as to what part of their life. I believe that AI is going to become so immersed in what we do that we won't be able to tell the difference between when we should and we shouldn't use it. It's going to become a part of just a normal way of interaction. Way worse than a phone.
I don't know about all that. I mean, I slightly agree, but I think I more disagree with that because, man, look, man, you gotta. People should know, like, it's not real. It's AI. It's artificial intelligence. Like, how are you being so consumed by something that you are creating? I can understand more of a problem with if you're like taking some form of medication and you get hooked on the medication. You know what I'm saying? From a pharmaceutical standpoint, that I can, all right, cool, yeah, all right, yeah. But you're literally throwing yourself in there and you're creating. But then again, I have heard rumors of the AI dolls that they're creating that you can actually like bust it down for a real one. I've heard rumors of that, and I ain't gonna hold you. Now that would be a problem. Nah, I'm not gonna hold you. That would be a problem. That would be an actual issue. But then again, I still see the good in that too. I see the good in that too because apparently, according to social media, there's a lot of men out here who can't get a woman to, can't even get a date with them, right? So, but if yo, cause my head, I just had a vision of seeing it, yo. I just had a vision, yo. Yo, what if you walking downtown, any area of wherever y'all from, and you just walking, right, and you see homie with this fine dime piece, dark chocolate skin, 5'2", 5'4", you know what I'm saying, with the afro puff, nice good dress on, skin looking smooth, silky with the sundress on, right, popping, her body looking like yeah, bro, you did that one, right, you did that, and you know, like, he would never be able to pull that off, like most regular guys, the way I'm thinking about, like, let's say it's a dude, he got on a pair of Reeboks, some straight short blue jeans on with a flannel button-up shirt, right? And then he got the bowl cut, the Harry Potter, right? With the big bifocal glasses, you know what I mean? And he driving 2010 Nissan, right? And they get out the car and then they walking together. But you notice that, like it is an AI, right? Well, like it's a dog, but it moves around regularly. And you see that, and you start thinking to yourself, I wonder what it feels like. Nah, cause think about it. Nah, I would think like I wonder what if, because if oh man, now I'm just double down on it. I gotta say it. I ain't gonna hold you. If it looks, feels, and have almost similar, bruh, I don't know. Because I'm thinking about a lot of different things. One, the ease of access. Two, I'm thinking about the no complaining. Three, you can't cheat on a doll, right? And let's say you had a wife already. Well, I guess in this instance it don't really matter. But let's just say you had a wife already, and you wanted something new. You go get you a doll. Talk to your wife. Be like, yo, technically we're not really cheating. I bring in the house. It's gonna be here. You know, it'll be good for you. It can help clean. It can cook, and it can do what I need. Yo, it's just, I don't know. It seemed like it has a lot of benefits to come along with it. Or maybe I'm just looking at it at a standpoint of me in my mind. Or maybe it's just a guy's mind. Or maybe it's just me. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm willing to try. I'll give it a shot. I'll look into it. I'll check it out. But it would have to be like, I gotta find out like what does it feel like? It gotta be very, very, very super realistic. It can't be you know what I'm saying? It can't be like twitching, moving, like stutter stepping when it do different things. It gotta be damn near flawless. Like kind of like how we see AI right now on videos. Like you be like, wait, that AI? That ain't real. Is it real? Like that. It look like that. And if it come out and them dogs looking like that, yeah, that might be a problem. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Because we can't really exist without our phones and stuff anymore. I believe AI is going to become more immersive in our lives to where we now have conversations about how social media is so destructive for most people's lives because they don't know how to separate the difference between social media and real life, to where now we say stuff like what Molly said, hey, go touch grass. It's hard for people to interact with people. I believe that you're going to see it times 100 with AI.
I agree with that, I guess, for the most part. I think that a lot of people are suffering from self-esteem issues and social anxiety issues, and AI is giving them the illusion of human connection. And so that's why it's so popular. My concern is that it's going to lead to a lack of critical thinking, in the way that the phones and the calculators have done. Like if you go to a grocery store and you give somebody, an extra dime or something so that your change works out, then they're confused. They don't know how to calculate it because, they've been so reliant on calculators.
Why would they have to?
Just
They're not going to have to.
Right. But I'm saying that's exactly what's going to happen with this. People are just going to stop having the ability to critically think through solutions. They'll be like, well, let me just type it in and see what ChatGPT says.
Well, they have books about that, and they say it's like the smartphones and all the tech we're losing the ability to be bored. So that right there kind of makes me like step back a lot from some of my stuff. Because you lose the ability to get bored, think creatively, critically think. And I think AI is an alien intelligence that we are merging with.
Well, they also say people that get bored are stupid as well. So
People who get bored.
yeah, they say they're stupid because they can't figure out shit to do.
Well,
I never heard of that. I heard that you
I was
have to
talking
get
to
bored
my
to figure out
nephew.
stuff to do.
and he's little, and I said something to him, and he said TY instead of thank you, and I kind of had to correct him about that. Like
Yeah,
these
that's
kids are
true.
getting stupid. It's
Well,
like
That's what
really
I
that's
said
becoming
really
though.
something.
that's kind of smart to
I
think
Because
of
you
said
can't
that on
the.
say
the last one,
TY,
right? I said
you
that on the
know.
I think I said it on this. And people got mad at me after we was talking about talking to younger chicks, and I said I don't like talking to chicks that talk in emoji. And niggas felt some type of way about
But
it.
why don't you just why don't people just teach their kids what they already know? Like
What
you
do you
can teach them cursive, you can teach them mathematics, you can teach them different languages. Like there are things that people pass down from generations to generations. If you want your children to still know it, just teach it to them, you know?
But
If
if parents were
iPad's
teaching
teaching them,
children, right, if parents were teaching children anything at all, there wouldn't be such problems in schools. People
Well,
they're
think
not
that's
teaching
because
them.
most parents don't teach that's what I mean.
my
You know?
point. But people assume that schools are supposed to be the primary source of education. And so nobody sits down like, okay, this is how you read, and teaching their kids phonics and all that to just ship them off to school and whatever they come out with is what they come out with.
I believe that it's over, and the detachment from people is going to become, like I said this in a live stream on Million or More Show. I think that the real luxury is going to be human interaction, real life stuff, analog, that type of stuff. That it's going to become the opposite of what we thought it was. We thought that the luxury was screens and all of that shit, but I think that the real luxury is going to be real life
Yeah,
and how you interact with people.
I think so too. Actually, that last part. I had a conversation with my friends a while back when this AI was really, really popping off a little while ago. Maybe 2, 3 years ago. We had this conversation in a meeting, and we were saying that you know what's gonna be dope again? Plays, like back in the medieval times, right? I know they got plays now, but I'm saying like actual plays, like they're gonna be everywhere because you can't recreate an AI play because you got to see it in real time. And I think real time plays and real time situations is going to be dope again. We major. I honestly think AI is going to make us want to go back outside and have a good time. But before we can do that, there are certain places in America that has to be fixed. Like for instance, um, when the sun goes down in certain areas in America, you can't just have a good time because people want to go out there and act stupid and act reckless. They want to steal from you. They want to hurt you because their lives are bad, or the Jack Boys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The streets got to be cleaned up, and I honestly think the streets are being cleaned up now, little by little. And I think it's going to be a major catastrophic event that's going to make it happen faster. When that may be, I don't know. Might not see it in my lifetime. But I think once that happens, then outside will be cool again. I mean, outside's cool now, but it's not cool like it used to be. Not 'cause I remember, bro. I was always outside. Maybe because now I got kids and work and all this other stuff. Maybe that's it. But even then, nah. Outside used to be litty. You know what I mean? I go outside now, but it's alright. Who knows, man? That's it for me though. I think I want to talk about something else.